So, BBC and ITV have announced today that the Britbox service is going to launch this year, sometime between October and December and run up to Christmas. It's going to cost $5.99 a month in HD, which is same price as Netflix's non-HD package, so they're looking to undercut them a little bit. And folks will be able to watch shows like Love Island, Gavin and Stacey, Gentleman Jack and Broadchurch. Fuck's sake. I've only got a clue what two of them shows are, Love Island and Gavin and Stacey, and they're both shite. So I can't see me buying this, but on we go anyway. The monthly fee covers multiple screens, unlike Netflix, where you've got to pay a little more to use more than one screen at a time. And current ITV programmes and BBC ones, they'll move on to Britbox after they've been broadcast on TV and finished on the catch-up services. This article on BBC website goes on to say that they're already having a little problem because independent production companies own some of the rights to the shows that are aired on these two channels, like Peaky Blinders, and they've already been sold to the likes of Netflix. Apparently they'll eventually come onto Britbox service, but details are a little sketchy about when. According to moneywise.co.uk, 860,000 TV licenses were cancelled in 2017-18 compared to 798,000 in 2016-17. This amounts to 2,300 cancellations per day. Is it really any surprise when you can have Netflix for £72 a year though? BBC regularly trot out the line that there are more licenses in force than ever before. Well, of course there is. We're taking in 300,000 people a year just in legal migration. Now that we've slowed that down, the number of licenses will inevitably start falling. A little known fact in the UK is that this Britbox lark, it was launched in North America in 2017. It's got shows like Midsummer the Murders, Poirot and Only Fools and Horses on it. And although it can't match Netflix's whopping 150 million monthly subscribers, it's doing decent. It's already got 650,000 subscribers. Think of the hours of content that BBC and ITV have access to just in their archives. It's probably the biggest in the world. Why aren't they rolling this out in every English-speaking country in the world? It's a fairly cheap business model if you've already got the content. And despite the deal being mightily skewed in ITV's favour, in that they own 90% of Britbox and the BBC owns 10%, although the BBC stake could rise to 25% in the future apparently, this is still completely fresh revenue stream for the BBC that I have no doubt will make a profit. It's been just over 6 years since I last paid for a TV licence, legally of course. And in this day or age of subscription services at just over $5 a month, why bother paying for one? I can watch the content I want to watch in my own time, something we get precious little of nowadays. I haven't watched an advert for bloody ages and it's been fantastic. The BBC need to learn how to run itself like a business instead of just pissing away money like they've done with the new BBC Scotland channel they created, which has had no viewers at all for some TV shows. There were 21 separate occasions where shows recorded no audience, according to the Mail on Sunday. According to that same report, on one particular quiet day in May 2019, the new channel had an average audience of just 7,200 people. Because Scotland fucking hates the BBC. Why would they watch something that has been so biased against them for so long? It's the one thing us Brexit voters and Scottish folks have in common, our realisation that the BBC are as crooked and biased as the rest of them. So, given that the BBC could soon be making millions off this cushy little side number, and they've already been making a bit in North America to plug some of these funding holes that they've created, does that mean that they can afford to not scrap free TV licences for the over 75s? In fact, eventually, surely, we could just scrap the bloody thing altogether.